to get that out of him. If we're going to go deep in the playoffs, your quarterback has to be able to do that. It has to be in his skill set. We don't know that. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers can't. I'm saying we don't know that he can yet, and I'm also saying we've got to find McCarthy has to find some way to play better against defenses that aren't Tampa 2 or some version of it, because this will happen again and again until we do. Well, this is the assignment of blame, so I'm going to go on. Our wide receivers, James Jones dropped a bunch of passes. Jermichael Finley, why are you out there getting unsportsmanlike conduct on like a punt return? What an idiot. Guy should have set the bench and should be basically inactive for the rest of the season as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that is a joke. Defense. Brandon Chiller started this game, and I guess the reason was because he's supposed to be better against in pass protection. And Jason Witten, for a long time, was pretty much stymied in this game. So to some extent, I think that might have worked. And man, all of a sudden, Brandon Chiller was like an animal out there. 9 tackles, but later on they put Brady Papinga back in. He only had 4 or 5 tackles. I think 4 tackles. But I'm not quite sure you want to play that game with your linebackers. Brady Papinga has been great for the first 2 games. He had gotten a lot better in pass protection. I think they should have just stuck to their guns and let Papinga, because we needed pressure. That was another thing we were missing. Our pressure on the opposing quarterback it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as it had been in the first couple of games. Now, of course, Dallas's line averages 325 pounds. But Brady Papinga can put a hand down and rush the quarterback. Maybe we needed to just go with who we had and not shake it up in that particular instance. I see where they were going with it. Push come to shove, it just didn't work. When all was said and done, nothing worked. So we dropped passes. We gave up 217 yards on the ground to Marion Barber and Felix Jones. So our run defense wasn't there. It just was a bad game. This is the game. This is one that you just want to tear it up and throw it away. Unfortunately, we have to live with that. The good side, now, I don't want to end this on a low note, so we're going to end it on some positives that we can take from this. A, it's the 3rd game of the season. There is no reason to panic. What it should do is light a fire under our team to say, hey, they're not going to ride in on their white horse and take the NFC North and take this league by storm with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. It's not going to be that way. They're going to have to work their butts off. They are going to have to just plain get better. Now, that's not going to be easy with Al Harris possibly out for the year. Latest reports are they're still getting 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever opinions. He may be able to be back. There may be a timeline for this season in which Al Harris plays for us before the season is over. So that's another positive where we saw the day after it looked like Al Harris was out. There's a possibility we'll get him back. So we get some experience with some younger guys. Hopefully they don't hurt us too badly. Hopefully they grow as players. And hopefully Harris is back to lock down some receivers in the future for us. So it's early in the season. No need to panic. Hopefully we will get Harris back and our defense will be full strength. It's not like we can look for a lot. Ryan Grant didn't look good in this game, but we've got to expect that Ryan Grant is going to be back, and this is our other positive. This week we get our offensive line back to where it started from, back to where we saw them last year. This is a line that it has a lot to prove. This is Ted Thompson's team now, so everybody that's out there basically is his choice to be on this team. The guys we got on our offensive line, aside from maybe Scotty Wells and, of course, Tausch and Chad Clifton, these guys have, there's a lot to be desired in the interior of that offensive line. But let's hope they can gel. Now that they're sort of back together, hopefully they're all a little more comfortable in their positions. We will see a lot out of them when we go against the Buccaneers this week. It's going to be important because Harris is going to be out, missing his first game. And it's hats off time. our salute to Al Harris, who is our defensive Iron Man. This guy was in for, what, 170 plus games, just cracking his body around, diving, shutting down receivers. Very, very sorry that Al Harris is injured, and our best to him, he gets well soon. So that's an aside, but there are some things to look forward to. The team didn't fall apart. Remember, there are times during even the Brett Favre era where sometimes good teams need to get punished and embarrassed so that they can really come back and tear it up. We can hope that that's what's going to happen. Against the Buccaneers, watch out, Buccaneers, because the Packers are going to shred you. I see the Packers winning against the Buccaneers big. The Buccaneers are a good team, but I think we're going to tear them apart. But that's subject for another day. For now, we're going to sort of close it off. I know it's short, but it's, like I said, it's one we all want to forget. We're going to close the books on the Cowboys for good until we see them in the playoffs, unless they lose in the first round again, which is what they generally do. So hopefully we won't even have to match up with them again. Presumably we will be in the playoffs. And of course that there's a lot of games to be played. So Packer fans, take hope. Packer players, take note. There's a lot we did wrong. There's a lot we need to improve on. Get back out there, and it's time to shine. So let's see what our team can do when the chips are down. It doesn't get much lower than the loss at Lambeau against the Cowboys this past Monday night. So watch out, Buccaneers. And as always, go Pack.